Everybody should know what a psych victim is. What is a psych victim? These are people that have been drugged against their will or coerced without the informed consent, living with permanent kidney damage, death, or a loss of their sexuality, a lifelong sexual mutilation from the experience. Their basic human rights were forfeited for the paranoia of others. A lot of these people lost their education, their careers, their wives and children, or even died, and some of them are children. A lot of these people were kidnapped because somebody simply asked them if they wanted help. Group restrained and injected in their naked bum with toxic drugs without choice. Others were coerced without informed consent. There is millions out there, an endless stream like me and you, prostituted out of the mental health dustbin, censored by the mental health charities. This is what happens when we try and share our mental health interviews on the mighty mental health charity. Banned, can't comment, can't participate. And on Time to Change, when we posted our psych victim interviews with 2 youngsters that have been sterilised for life from the drugs. They had the courtesy to let us know that they had hidden the comment and said you are not allowed to talk about medications. Like the word victims of a rape or a murder or a terrorist bomb, it is not a choice. Some people, as a result, are living with sexual mutilation every day, called post-SSRI sexual dysfunction, PSSD. Like me, I woke up with numb genitals from the psychiatric drugs. Although it is a term coined from the SSRIs, it is a most common phenomenon found by all the psychiatric drugs. Look at PSSD forum for countless horrifying accounts. They advertise only stories to sell more drugs on their dominant visible front pages. I was warned to stop talking about PSSD on depressionforums.com. Although they are advertising every drug under the sun. It says anxiety, depression medications, looking for answers.
I was told by my GP that they could cause sexual dysfunction when you're actually on the drug, but I was never told by anyone that it could continue indefinitely.
Today I'm joined with P. Due to the sensitive nature of post-SSRI sexual dysfunction, P's identity is remain hidden. How old are you, P?
I'm 21 years old.
And when were you given antidepressants?
It's about 2.5 years now. So in the fall of 2014. So I was 18 at that time.
And when you were 18, were you ever told antidepressants could cause sexual dysfunction or permanent harms?
No, I was not.
And I'm with George from New York. Thank you for speaking.
Sure, it's good to be here and to talk about what happened to me and what's still happening to other people.
How many times did they put you through ECT? That's electrocuting your brain, right?
It was and is putting electrodes on the temples, the side of the head, and sending electricity into or through the brain to cause a seizure in the brain. The records show that they gave me 15. I didn't count them. would not have was not able to count them. I can still remember some parts of some of them.
I had damage to my thyroid and damage to my kidneys. I developed something called diabetes insipidus, and not only that, they never detected the diabetes insipidus. This is an inability of the kidneys to concentrate fluids. I can't believe for 27 years this condition, which is the very frequent result of the drug lithium, went completely unrecognized. That's nearly 3 decades of having it, and it's not too hard to pinpoint this. I had fine and gross motor tremors from multiple drugs. They called that an illness. I also had pimples from the lithium, and they attributed it to not washing my face, but this was a common side effect from lithium. The pimples and the shakes also contributed to my poor reputation, which was already down the tubes, and these went away once the lithium was stopped. Another thing that happened was the drugging caused me to sleep 12 hours a day. I was on 1,200 milligrams of Thorazine. Of course, they called that severe mental illness and failure to care for self.
So after giving me, so many of these neuroleptics, I was good and well stoned all day. And they would write pages upon pages about my apathy and about how I had a flattened effect, and they couldn't motivate me to do the simplest thing. And I'm kind of looking back now thinking, well, no, you can't really motivate people who are, how motivated are you when you just came out of surgery, when you're still have the anesthesia drugs in your body? How up and at 'em do you feel when you're in that state? But again, just always attributed to this magical brain disease.